All right. Looks like we blew way past my expectations. I mean, I wasn't on point here with this with this ellipse that I put in, but we went right through it the following day. And I did say we're gonna have a big drop, so I'm sure there's quite a lot of angel investors out there right now that are pretty happy. We should see some 5% coming through, I'm sure, based on that gap down over the weekend. I hope people took advantage of that. My God, a lot of money would have been made. Hey, Carolyn. Appreciate it. And you know, like people may be expecting us to go to the 100-day moving average, but right now we're at a healthy place on the. What is this? The 50? This is the 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average doesn't really. It's not often that relevant, but it does. You can see it. It's relevant here. Looks like it's probably relevant here. And let's test out a theory here. So these Ace of Swords, these were recorded on 213 and 210, right? This is 210. Ace of Swords would have been an opportunity to position oneself in both directions, right? So 210, if you position yourself in both directions, you would have made money here, and you would have made money here. Ace of Swords on 213. Let's see if that one holds. It does as well. Depending on where you came in, where you bought in, I should say, you would have made money on the upside and the downside there. Now, I would definitely move this. This isn't going to be a highest high. I'd be shocked because I'm not seeing. Well, matter of fact. Let me see. Hey, B. So we should see a pretty big move to the upside out of this decline. This is about. This was the previous lowest low, like from the beginning of the month. This red line here. Look at that, guys. Like, we drew that so long ago. But I'm not seeing this. Oh, the Aeon. Ah, okay. There's a move. There's a strong move to the upside coming, guys. I think it's probably around the close that we have this devil card energy. Let's see. Is it a good idea to long? Yeah, I would say because we've got Aeon Energy tomorrow, twice. It appears twice tomorrow. probably this is where you'd want to get in, and you could position yourself in both directions so that you make money to the upside and to the downside at this price level right here we're going to go with. Or matter of fact, let's go with this price level. This is really the resistance. I'm going to put that as Ace of Swords. So based on that, so I think probably what we're going to see is the like if you were to position yourself in both directions, you'd likely sell the long position here on the 24th, and the short position would probably be for further out, like into March. Let me take a look at SPC for B. So what we determined, let's take a look at the 1 year. I was actually just discussing this with somebody yesterday on a private consult. We were determining the behavior over the next couple of months, and there's definitive decline out of February into March, in early March, and that offers an opportunity in early March to open up some more long position there in the midst of that decline. So I would position the short position if I was going to play both sides of the market right now. I'd probably position the short position like to expire maybe 2 weeks into. I'd want them to expire probably. Like the second week, the second Friday, so like, or I should say the third Friday, like the 17th. Probably get rid of them the week of the 6th through the 9th. For the rest of the week, we probably have a bit of a rally tomorrow, but we sell off from that rally pretty notably into the 23rd. So you could probably position yourself in both directions with SPC today at this price level. tomorrow, it's probably towards the end of the day, you could close the long side of that, and then on the 23rd, probably midday, you could close the short side of that and make some money in both directions. That's probably what I would do on the short term for SPC. Carolyn, I don't think it's going to be a highest high based on how far we fell, because we fell further than I expected. Price levels, remember guys, price levels, SOMeta handles the timing of events, but the actual price levels, that's something that hasn't been mastered yet. You know, so we saw a bigger decline than I expected. Right, so remember I said I'm sensing that there's carryover, and we actually have a lowest low here in the morning. So there should really be a ton of people that are happy angel investors right now. We should see some good rule of karmic donations coming through. I hope people capitalized on that information, because that would have been a really nice gain right there. Hey Raymond. Yeah, so I don't see it as a highest high anymore, but it will stand out as a crest. Let's say somewhere, it probably will be somewhere in this range. Let me bring that down a little bit. I know it's like kind of a wide range, but better to be accurate than, right? So like somewhere around here. It's 410 is possible. I think we might see 410. When we look at the days, let's look at the dailies, right? So we didn't see this fast sudden move higher today, which means it's still to come, right? Unless we're seeing it now. Let's see. No, we're not seeing it now. We're actually going to see probably lows here at the end of the day, I think. Let me get out of this. Yeah, so there's a fake out there, right? It's about 7 minutes left. I would say that this fake out here is a good opportunity to open up a long position. Huh, where's the Aeon? Interesting. So I got Aeon here, I got Aeon here on the 22nd. Looks like I forgot to mark it. You know what? These oppression cards are probably supposed to be... Let me double check I didn't get something off here. No, I didn't. I just didn't mark it. For whatever reason, I forgot to mark these. Yeah, so there's a quite a bit of a move to the upside here, probably overnight and then um, early afternoon probably. We're going to see Ace of Swords energy again, so it might be a similar price level actually. Let's see. No, I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be the same Ace of Swords, but we do have an Ace of Swords here. I don't know why it didn't carry over when I marked it. Now it does. All right, so 410. See, we went way past where I thought we were going to hit the low. Um, so I would probably a safer strike price would probably be an expectation that we hit 405. Even safer would be 403. 410 is pretty risky. If you're looking for a strike price, 410 is probably too far out of the money. You know, it's really risky because you only have a certain amount of time, right, to close them. There's a possibility there, but I think probably 405 is more realistic. Let me see. No, we don't hit 410. We hit 405 though. Hey, round earth. Bitcoin's definitely one you want to be in. If you're not in it now, you should probably get in it. It's not, the trouble's not completely out yet for the year, but it's pretty close. So if we hit 405, we'll likely hit it on the 24th. Hmm. Actually, it looks like probably the 23rd. Let me look closer at that. That makes sense. So the 23rd, probably midday. Let's see. Yeah, about midday. That's when I would exit. That's most likely, if we're going to hit the 405 range, that's most likely where we would do it at this science level here on the 23rd. I don't think we're going lower tomorrow. My sense is that we turn around. There's some sideways behavior, but it's mostly bullish tomorrow. Um, hmm, 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 hmm. Really, what I would do, I would position myself in both directions, guys, based on this Ace of Swords price level. It is possible that we go to the 100-day moving average. It wouldn't be like crazy out of like, oh my God, how did that happen? It would be, it could happen. We could hit the 100. We could also bounce off the 50-day. The 50-day is not nearly as strong of a price level as the, or I should say, it's not nearly as strong of a moving average as the 100-day is. I think we've probably got the lows. So if we see a lower price level, we would see it tomorrow morning. And matter of fact, we have a sneak preview sound foundation of support. So I think we probably go north from here, guys. And I'm going to move this over to the 23rd. I'm going to do this now that I isolated some more about the price level information. So really, what I would do is I would position myself in both directions. We might see a lower level tomorrow. There's a strong possibility of it. I'm not so much picking up on it, but let's be real. I was off on the direction for the day, probably on the original recording for this for today. So I was right about where we opened, but direction was off. But this Ace of Swords, like every time we've marked Ace of Swords, it's been an opportunity to position oneself in both directions, right? Here was the 10th, right? You would have made money in both directions if you played it right. And then on the 13th, same thing, would have made money in both directions if you played it right. So we have an Ace of Swords here. We're going to at least see the same low. I think we'll at least see the same low that we had. But I'm more on leaning to the side of bullish for tomorrow. As far as a price level for the low, it really depends on if we meet this level, then probably around the same lows, like the low 400s. Sorry to take so long to answer your question, Raymond. I mean, if you're doing a short-term trade, when is the expiration on your SPC calls? What's the expiration on those calls be? Oh, where did I put that? Yeah, 100%. I would sell your calls tomorrow towards the end of the day. Let me see. Yeah, it definitely looks like we're poised for a bounce here. I would look for. So overnight, there's probably a move to the upside, and then we have a crest towards the end of the day after like a bit of a breakout. It looks like a crest towards the end of the day. It might not be towards the end of the day, but we have an overbought crest that we sell off from pretty significantly on the 22nd, selling into a prominent low or trough on the 23rd. Yeah. So it dropped heavy, right? We have. So that's why my sense is that we have this gap up overnight. There's a lot indicating bullish behavior, and since we didn't see it yet, my sense is that it just hasn't taken place yet. So Raymond, if you're still on, you should change that date from Friday the 24th to Thursday the 23rd. I would sell them on the 23rd. I wouldn't wait till the 24th. How did that get to the 22nd? That should be on the 23rd. There we go. That's where it's supposed to be. 23rd. So, okay, so for tomorrow, guys, the only thing that makes me this card is about sound foundation of support. So it's support that holds. It can be relied upon, right? A 200 or excuse me, a 100 day. Usually, I would think of it in terms like that because we usually bounce off of a 100 day unless we break through. But it's the one place where you usually see us bounce is on the 100 day. You know, the 50 day not so much, but it could be the 50 day, which is why I say play both directions. In any case, we have the Ace of Swords at the end of the day tomorrow. What may happen is we have this move off of the 100-day moving average back to the Ace of Swords. But there's more than one Ace of Swords. There's a bunch of Ace of Swords, so it remains to be seen. I would be looking for a trade towards the middle part of the afternoon session. Again, to open up. I would really like to see a lot of bullish behavior tomorrow. If we don't see a lot of bullish behavior tomorrow, then I would say we're actually going much lower. We need to see a lot of bullish behavior tomorrow, especially over like a piece overnight and then some towards the afternoon. because we open lower on the 23rd and then we rally. I have this sneaking suspicion we might see the 100-day tomorrow. That's my sense. I think we might actually open lower and then rally. That would bring us back to this Ace of Swords. In any case, if you've positioned yourself in both directions, nothing to worry about. Hey, Joe. Appreciate it. I forget who I predicted. It was like a one card pull, you know. I don't even remember who was playing. Was it the Eagles? I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. That's how little I watch television. But I appreciate you letting me know. Thanks. Any last questions, guys? Anything you want me to go over before I roll? I'm finishing up the April readings tonight for the S&P. By the way, if you're new to this, you can actually get the S&P 500 monthly emailed directly to you ahead of it being posted. All you have to do is sign up for the free newsletter on our website, Tarot for Traders. And then also, guys, be aware we've added a bunch of donation links for really great charities. So when you're doing the 5%, if you have difficulty paying the 5% forward, here's some great places to do so. All right, my friends, I'm going to roll. As always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow that rule of karma every single time. Oh yeah, what's up? Lowest price for Bitcoin. So the February high for Bitcoin, sorry. Yeah, so we're topping off here, guys. This is a prominent crest for the year. One of the prominent crests. It's not the high by any means for the year, but it is one of the crests that'll stand out in the sequence of events. And we should have a notable decline here. What's important to notate is that two things might happen with this indication of a high correlator in the low position for February. Is that this crest, this prominent crest for the year, it may take place within close time proximity to the prominent, to the low for February. Either that or we go directly from the high to the low, or vice versa. So my sense is that we probably have a pretty quick drop into March, and we have this prominent trough for the year in March. It'll stand out. Like, this is a prominent trough. This is a prominent crest. This is a prominent trough. You could say this is a prominent trough for the year, right? This would be if we turn and we continue to go down here, then this would be a prominent trough or prominent crest. That's what I mean. But we're coming up on that on like the best opportunity, one of the two best opportunities to open up a long position in Bitcoin, in March. As far as price level, it should be lower than what is this? It should be lower than whatever this price is here. Lower than 16 or lower than 17. It should be lower than 17. I don't know an exact price. It should be lower than 17. I think probably it meets the 15,000 is my sense. Probably the 15,000 range. Yeah, and then there's a really big move off of that to the upside. I'm actually seeing 10K. Wait a sec, let me double check on that. This is actually a really good lunar influence to be doing prophecy, guys. So these predictions from yesterday and today they should be held to be pretty reliable. Okay, so at 15K there's a big drop. Around the 15K range there's a big drop. I'm gonna stick. We're probably going lower than 15K. I think we have a pretty big drop around the 15K mark, but I'm getting kind of like mixed. I think we might see 12. Do we see 12? And there's a big move off of the 12 range. That's my sense. It's a pretty strong decline, yeah. Especially since we haven't seen that much of one. But not to be like totally like, oh no, because it's not gonna last long, and then we go pretty bullish. I mean, there's some trouble spots, but we go pretty bullish out of a trough around March, April. I don't have an April reading for Bitcoin yet, but that's on the agenda. I'm surprised there's nobody who's subscribed for a paid version of the Bitcoin one. A lot of people utilizing it. Yeah, I would say it's a very good time to go short, Carolyn. It's in March or on the cusp of April. Block. It's in March or on the cusp of April. With the 1 years, you have to give it about a 2-week wiggle room. Each one of these cards going across represents about 2 weeks of time, but each energy isn't going to line up specifically with 2 weeks, so you're going to get wiggle room on the 1 year. How much is what? Block. Yeah, you got it, my friend. With that said, guys, I'm going to roll. Don't forget about that rule of karma. Super important. The channel is still struggling. we're not self-sufficient yet. We're still running a deficit. So we really do need your support. Make sure to follow that rule of karma. And my friends, I'll see you guys tomorrow.